Welcome to dralvin.com, the business of wisdom, where world leaders and thinkers do come to chat. We're very fortunate to come to you live from the Empower the Journey studios here at Knowledge Academy. We're doing a feature featuring 100 persons who have made Nashville great as an immigrant. And one such person I affectionately call my twin sister. Her name is Saho. How you doing, Saho?
Great. Thank you for inviting me.
Growing up in Japan, who was the person, or give me an idea of somebody who influenced you as you were growing up?
I will say my grandma. She was such a great person, and she always helped me and helped other people. And she's such a wonderful, very open-minded person, I will say.
Give me an idea of what drives you. One of the things that I really appreciate about you is you like to hustle. You don't stay still for too long. You move.
I do.
Where did you get that from?
My grandma and my mother, both of them are always. My grandma actually started a business in Japan, which is pretty unusual. In Japan, men start, and so she was the owner of the company, and so as my mom actually kind of took over, and even my dad was the president, but she was running. So my mom and grandma, they hustle, they work so hard, and probably that's what I copy from them.
Because one of the things is I always call her my twin sister, because when we first met each other, we both did like this because we have the same attitude of being assertive, and she is a straight hustler. Just out of curiosity, give me about idea of your educational background.
I went to Kobe University, and people say Kobe, but Kobe Women's University. And Kobe Women's University is the one, it's right in the middle of the Kobe, and it's really nice, set up. It's on top of the hill, and it was great, and I had a great time, away from parents, and of course studied hard, party a little bit, I guess.
So did you end up becoming a teacher?
Yes, and I became a teacher, and right after I graduated from college, and then I was here. I wasn't actually helping foreigners, the Japanese student, to so they can speak or they can learn the language. So that's what I got first job in the United States as a teacher.
So how did you get to the United States?
I married to American guy. I met him in Japan. He wanted to go back to Los Angeles. So I said, okay, I thought I didn't really think enough, and said, okay, I'll go. Okay, sounds good. It was completely different. It is different still. And I like here so much better than Japan. I mean, I miss my family. I miss Japanese food, culture, but I like here a lot.
So how do you handle adversity? I can imagine learning the language. Before we get into your business success, how do you handle challenge? How do you handle adversity?
Of course, this is my second language. It's hard to communicate, and it's hard to use, and sometimes I forget, and what I need to say, or I learn, every day, and this is my probably most difficult, and probably the language, I will say. So. Do
you ever feel discriminated against? Do you ever feel prejudice when you do business?
I will say normally I forget. Okay, I look different. I have an accent. I mean, I do forget, but every once in a while I realize that why people are looking at me for a long time, and then I realized I said, I look different. They are looking at me because I don't look the same. So I do feel every once in a while, but most of the time I try to show who I am, and then I work hard, and I don't want them to discriminate me or judge me because I look different or I'm from another country.
So how did you get into the real estate business?
I was a teacher, as I said, and then one day my kid's godmother and parents came over, and they told me, said, "Hey, you'd be a great real estate agent. Why don't you get a license with my wife?" And said, I never thought about that, but okay, since I'm now teaching, and I was 7-8 months pregnant anyway, so okay, I'll start. I just one of the things I said, oh, I'm gonna challenge. I'm going to have a new career. So, and the wife actually, unfortunately retired her license, but I kept going. It's been, my daughter's gonna be 11 in a couple days. So yeah, it's been that long.
Now, what is your secret to your success? Because you are one of the leading realtors here in Williamson County.
I don't know.
Oh, you are. That's what your banker and your financial people keep telling me.
Have you seen my statement?
Yes, I have. I'm your brother. So tell me about, what is your secret sauce? What is it about you that has allowed you to always, every week, make sales and sell homes in the residential area?
Yeah, I try to be nice to people, and it's not all about me. It's not all about making money, okay, and selling home. Me. I don't expect people to give me a referral, okay, in 30 days, or so I can close in 30 days, 60 days. I don't think about that way, and I always offer people help. And then every once in a while, like people said, "Hey, what can I help you?" I said, "Are you trying to help me?" I said, "Oh, I guess I offered you first," and I forget I offer, help, and I really don't think we shouldn't think me. Eventually, if something will come back to me eventually, or my kids will get benefit out of it. That's good for me. It's fine.
Now, one of the things that you're known for in Spring Hill, and Spring Hill is a melting pot of various cultures, is that you have been able to help other immigrants.
Yes.
Why do you do that, and how do you help other immigrants?
Yes, the buying homes and selling homes, even for Americans, it's so hard. So every single country or even regions has a different way of selling it, or different way of, real estate's different. So I want them to learn the process, and I want to educate them so they can have a smooth transaction. So that's what I usually try to do. It's really hard. So I sit down with them, and I extra help, extra text messages, extra call, and I sometimes go over to whatever the place, in a house or store, whatever the place. I get literally a signature. I mean, we do electric, the signatures we use a lot, but I physically go over so I can sit down and explain to them what's going on. So.
I know they mean a lot to them. Our particular chat will be featured at dralvin.com, dralvin.com on Facebook, and also the conversation will continue on Instagram and Twitter at Dr. Alvin Jones. Final question before you go. You got 3 lovely daughters, and I can imagine one day, years from now, they're in Barbados spending your money. What is the legacy? What do you want them to remember when they think about their mother?
I want them to remember I work really hard, and I always care about them. And then I want them to see me hustling, working really hard, and also always, took time to help them and coach them, so guide them over to the right direction. So
if a person wants to get in contact with you, they got a house they want you to sell, or they need a friend, what telephone number can they call to get in contact with you?
My phone number is 615-424-7894. I hope they will call me, and then I'll do my best.
Oh, you will. Well, thank you so very much for being a part of today's broadcast. And as we always say, may this be your best day ever.